Special forces are a mysterious and elite segment of any military, one that consists of the best specimens of the human race of each country. They perform military tasks that others can only dream of and are both frightening and awe-inspiring in their capabilities. One of the most dangerous of these special forces are the Commando Forces, generally designed as military designations for elite, specialized assault on high-value targets. These groups operate in incredibly perilous situations. While other special forces teams might operate in relatively secret and unconventional warfare methods from a distance, commando units are used for blatant combat on the front lines of battle to carry out special operations missions. The individuals that are part of these forces must be strong, unforgiving, and unflinching. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we'll be taking a look at 3 of the toughest special commando forces. Marcos, India. The Marine Commando Force, colloquially referred to as Marcos, is the Special Forces unit of the Indian Navy. It was founded in 1987 and has grown to be an incredibly experienced operation renowned for their professionalism, whose members are capable of performing missions under even the most adverse conditions. Originally created as a maritime mission group for reconnaissance and counterterrorism, Marcos has developed into a highly trained marine commando force whose abilities are seemingly limitless. Although their actions are generally highly classified, their confirmed activities are incredibly impressive. In 1987, as part of Operation Powan, the team captured Jaffna and Trincomalee harbours by swimming over 7 miles with explosives in tow, rigging the harbour undetected, detonating the explosives to destroy the harbour while under gunfire, and then swimming back to safety with no men lost. The following year, they trailed a seized vessel boarded by mercenaries involved in an attempted coup by Sri Lanka for 2 days before they were able to board the ship and force their surrender, arresting the militants. They have also taken the lives and arrested militants in counterinsurgency operations through Operation Rakshak, in which they eliminated a heavily established militant base deeply protected by mountains in only a few weeks, disguising themselves as locals and participating in intense fights and insurgency operations. In 2018, they abducted the Dubai princess Sheikha Latifah for the United Arab Emirates, and have an impressive track record of eliminating pirates through concentrated surveillance and attack methods. Such a rigorous team is obviously made up of only the most promising individuals, and these are generally hand-selected in their early 20s from the Indian Navy. Once they are selected, they must undergo a harrowing training process and then further selections. Only those who are the best of the best are even considered for Special Forces training, and, out of those elite individuals, only a handful make it through to becoming a fully fledged Marcos member. The initial physical fitness and aptitude test alone takes 3 days, and only 20% of those who complete it move on to the next round. This remaining 20% is then subjected to what is called Hell's Week, which consists of 7 days of intense physical activity and sleep deprivation. Of those who entered the first round of Marcos testing, only 2% make it through Hell's Week. However, those who do are rewarded for surviving such a grueling ordeal by being trained in one of the most elite special forces in the world. Individuals are trained in airborne operations, combat diving courses, counter-terrorism, anti-piracy operations, direct action, infiltration and exfiltration tactics, special reconnaissance, and unconventional warfare. And this is just the initial stages of the rigorous process. Later training is undertaken at various agencies within the Indian Navy, such as the Junior Leaders Commando Training Camp and the Parvat Gatak School for high-altitude mountain climbing. Additionally, all members are free-fall qualified. Truly, there is nothing that these commandos cannot do, and this reputation is reflected in their track record. Russian Special Forces and the Alpha Group. Russia is known for its secrecy when it comes to military and governmental affairs, and Spexgruppe A, or the Alpha Group, might be one of the most covert and secretive branches of the Russian military. Although its primary purpose remains a mystery, it is speculated that they operate under the direct command of the top Russian leaders. The Alpha Group's participation has been confirmed in everything from sophisticated police duties to covert international operations, and conjecture has expanded its talents even further. Founded in 1974 by the KGB as a response to the Munich attack at the Munich Summer Olympics, this branch is its own subset of Russia's highly trained Special Forces unit and is officially intended to provide more sophisticated domestic protection against attacks and other forms of unconventional warfare, although the true purpose is more mysterious. Originally, this protection was specifically directed towards the top members of the Soviet Union, and smaller, localized units of the Alpha Group began being placed at key points throughout the large country. The motives and methods of the Alpha Group are notoriously mysterious and generally seem to be directed towards counterterrorism goals. In 1979, they famously ended the life of Ukrainian Yuri Vlasenko while he was sheltered in the consular section of the Embassy of the United States in Moscow, pleading asylum from the United States. Their ruthless methods have been deployed in multiple hostage situations, many of which involved Soviet army deserters taking over entire buildings. In one noteworthy raid, they stormed a seized airplane and captured 3 of the hijackers, ending the life of 3 others along with 5 hostages. Their more clandestine operations as part of the Soviet Union generally operated around counterintelligence and domestic espionage, but soon expanded into foreign operations as their scope and practice grew beyond their original missions. They began operating in Afghanistan and launched an intervention on the country in 1979 that resulted in the seizing of several important government buildings and taking the life of President Hafizullah Amin and his mistress and child. They achieved this coup by assuming the disguise of Afghan military personnel tasked with guarding the palace, and then promptly took the life of every witness of the 34-minute raid, losing only 2 of their own in the entire mission. What followed was the 10-year Soviet-Afghan War, in which the Alpha Group's relentless methods were heavily employed. Their sometimes brutal methods were employed ruthlessly to try to maintain Soviet dominance by any means necessary. After the eventual dissolution of the Soviet Union, Alpha Group was shuffled around and greatly weakened until it was reformed under the current government. Veterans of the former, more sinister branches of the Alpha Group became involved in business, organized crime, and politics, while the current members remain a mysterious, albeit powerful branch of the Russian Special Forces Division. The Special Services Group in Pakistan Black Stalks. The Special Services Group, also known as SSG, nicknamed the Black Stalks or the Maroon Berets because of their unique headgear, is a highly classified special services branch of Pakistan's military. The group was created in 1956 and trained based off the US Special Forces tactics employed throughout the Cold War, later incorporating methods employed in Chinese training and weaponry. Each unit originally specialized in a terrain such as desert, mountain, ranger, or underwater warfare, and the scuba unit was widely recognized for its incredible toughness and fearlessness even in the most dangerous situations. Their first mission was part of the Indo-Pakistan War of 1965, and they were deployed as part of a commando mission to destroy Indian airships and bases. Although the mission was poorly planned and ill-timed, resulting in most of the SSG being captured and unable to return to Pakistan, they still managed to carry out their mission, and the battalion only grew in strength and training following the endeavour. In the Soviet-Afghan War, a battle between the Russians and the Mujahideen in a valley along the Pakistan border resulted in the Soviets losing only 6 of their paratroopers, while the Pakistanis lost over 200 men. The SSG Commando Force joined the remaining Mujahideen and did battle with the Russians for almost an entire month, after which not a single Russian left the valley alive. While battling with India, the SSG infiltrated the eastern border by pretending to be sheep herders and successfully penetrated deep into India during the snowy season in which the Indian posts were more lightly manned. Upon discovery, a full-fledged war broke out, and the SSG suffered many casualties, although their commando training allowed them to evade many damages. Their exact activities are highly classified, and their commando methods ensure that nobody knows exactly how extensively they are involved in the government and military operations of the country. As the future of war evolved following the Second World War, so did the uses for and methods of the military, necessitating the creation of National Special Forces units to adapt to these new commando methods and to perform missions to protect their countries. These units are legendary in their secrecy and strength, and these are just a few examples of the toughest special commando forces to exist. But what do you make of these tough special commando forces? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments section below and help us by growing this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.